Hey everyone, it's me, Aisha Nairi, and welcome back to Aisha Nairi TV, where we're talking about creative entrepreneurship and living a creative life and all that comes in that. So this is a fun one. I was going through all the topics that I wanted to cover this week, and I got to the point where I had so many, and then having to find a time, I was like, I gotta do this video today. And all the signs resoundingly pointed to this. Earlier this week, I love transparency, so I'm always gonna be transparent with you all as I share my journey as a creative entrepreneur, and that's what got me into this work, so then I can share information with all of you based on what I've been through. And this was one of those weeks where I just wanted to quit. I would be honest, I just wanted to quit. Quit what, you ask? Quit everything. Just quit. Just sick of it. Sick of being an entrepreneur, sick of my house, sick of the car light coming on, sick of, oh my gosh, where am I going to get gas money, sick of how am I going to get my kids, sick of, oh my gosh, it's time for school to start and I've got to get school supplies, sick of waiting for clients to pay, sick of wondering where the next check is, sick of chasing after people, sick of all of it. And I was just ready to quit from top to bottom. Ready to just pack everything up, sell all my equipment, say forget it. I am just going to beg some corporate office somewhere, any office, and just beg them to take me. And I'm saying this with a smile on my face because it's actually ridiculous. And here's the thing, this is not the first time that this has happened. Okay, so I really want you to know this. This is not the first time at all where this has happened. The only difference now is because I've been through it so much, now I have tools to kind of work through it, which is what I'm going to share with you. So I'm telling you this not to put myself down or not to say, hey, I've been making this up all this time. Really to share this with you to let you know there are times in your entrepreneur journey as especially if a creative entrepreneur, there are times where you're gonna fall down and just want to stop and just have so much doubt and wonder if this ever gonna work. And the doubt comes in many different forms. I'm laughing because I don't know if you guys can hear my little bird out there, so if so, he's mad because he hears me and he wants me to come talk to him. But what I was saying is, you're gonna fall down. You're gonna have doubts. The doubts are gonna come in many different forms. They're gonna come in just being tired. They're gonna come in wondering, you know what? I thought I was doing this so I can work less. I feel like I'm working more. The uncertainty of wondering where the next check is going to come and wondering if the client is going to pay you on time, waiting in between moments, having to actually do your own marketing and not knowing if that marketing is actually going to work. Because you don't necessarily know. There's no guarantee. Getting up and looking up different ways to networking and not knowing that are these seeds that I'm planting today, are these the ones that are going to grow into a huge career? Are these going to at least be able to sustain me? Maybe the doubt comes in if you're like me, a single parent. You're like, oh gosh, I have responsibilities. I have people depending on me. I have other living creatures that I have to care for. So your doubts are going to come in a lot of different forms. And I know this sounds cliche. Hear me out though, because I've done it so many times. Every time in the past, before I learned more about manifestation and mindset, every single time that I quit and packed it up and just ran away and went and did something totally different because I said I'm never doing this again, it didn't solve anything. Things didn't get better. My problems weren't magically erased. I was still very much missing this life. I didn't become rich and successful. Things still weren't certain. They were uncertain in different ways. And so it didn't fix everything. The thing that you understand when you start looking at mindset and you start dismantling what's going on is understanding that no matter where you go, there you are. Seriously. So you can run away from your problems. You can try to hide and run and just throw in the towel and say, I give up. Yeah. And if that's what you want to do, then you're going to do that. Sometimes a change of pace helps. I'm not going to argue that. But the reality is, if you're running away because things are hard, and you're running away because of fear, and you're running away because things aren't working as fast as you want them to, just running away and dropping everything isn't going to make changes the way that you think they will. Because ultimately, you're going to have to dig deep and confront those fears and really start to peel back the layers. One thing that is not discussed a lot as part of the entrepreneur journey, especially for creatives, whether you are making this journey by choice and you're just following your dreams and this is something that you've always wanted to do, or if this is something that you are being forced into, that you have to figure out a way to make income and this is something that you've been doing, so now you're turning that side hustle into your full-time career. Maybe you're still making it a side hustle and you're trying to figure out how to make it go bigger. Wherever you're at and for whatever reasons, the thing about being an entrepreneur that isn't discussed as much as the money and the time and the marketing is also how it makes you stronger and how it forces you to really dig deep internally and emotionally and see what you're really made of. You're really going to have to confront so many different aspects of yourself. So I do now look at this journey as so many other big journeys. It's not just about money and finances and creative fulfillment. We know about those parts, but it's also about personal growth. It's also about healing. It's also about finding the parts of you that you've been so afraid of and ashamed of and ferociously trying to hide and bringing them out in the open. Being an entrepreneur is going to challenge, transform you in ways that you will never have expected if you allow it. And if you want to be successful, then you have to start looking at it as that way too. It goes beyond just making money and selling products and, being famous. It really grows you and opens you up emotionally and spiritually. This is a spiritual journey as well as financial and fulfilling. So, that's what hit me today as I was putting this video together, because I gave up on quitting a few days ago. It's like, no, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to do it. And I dug deep and I confronted those parts myself because I've been through this back and forth motion. Remember, I've talked about this in other videos. If you're looking to make true change, actual change, then going back and forth on a plane, going from one extreme is I'm just going to quit, I hate this, and then it gets so big and then you go back in the other direction. You quit and then you start going back to the other direction. Like, I miss what I was doing and now I'm not getting creative fulfillment and I miss where I was. And then you just keep going back between these two extremes. That's not change. That's just adjusting everything so you stay on the same plane. You're just bouncing back and forth. So to have actual, true, transformative, creative change, you have to scrap the whole thing altogether and come up with something completely brand new. And when you do that, that's when you get your big breakthrough. That's when you come up with your big idea. That's when the big opportunity comes. That's when it comes. Because until you start to actually dismantle the status quo that you've been living in and these expectations that you've had about how it should be, how you should be making money, really looking at and dismantling these limiting beliefs, until you do that, you're just going to keep going back and forth and back and forth. So that's when it hit me. It's like, oh, wait, I'm doing this again with this wanting to quit. It's like, no, but this time we're going to make some transformational change and confront those limiting beliefs. And that is what I'm passing to you. This is bigger. Being on this journey that you're on now is way bigger than you originally planned it to be. And that's good and beautiful and wonderful. And I want nothing more for you to bust through those limiting beliefs and bust through that status quo that you've been living in, and get to whatever it is on the other side of it. And what is it? I don't know. And you don't either, because you haven't looked at it yet. So if you're at that point, you're just ready to quit, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't quit. Don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. Because that's when the time that you're going to start to say, look, I have to change something because I can't keep going back and forth like this. And that's when your breakthrough is going to come through. Okay, so if you're in this place, it must be, because I'm seeing a lot of creatives on my board in my sessions all talking about how it's just something wonky's going on. They all want to give up and quit. And so, yeah, so this is for all of us. We're not going to quit. You're just going to keep going. Change something, change everything, but keep going. It's okay to change. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking to transform, and you're looking to really confront what is holding you back. Otherwise, it's going to keep a hold of you, and you're just going to keep going back and forth, and that is exhausting, to go back and forth without actually having any forward movement. So keep going, my dears, and I will do the same. Remember, if you need some tools on how to do that, I do have some tools available, and I am available for coaching as well, and we can talk through things. So, and as usual, if this really resonates with you, please like this video and share it with other creative entrepreneurs. I want to get to as many creative folk as possible so we can really start to see more and more creative expression and creative entrepreneurs out there. It is needed. It is a vital sector of our economy, so we want to keep it moving. And make sure you are subscribing to the page so you can find when I post the next video, and then you have access to it right away. All right, I think that's it. So I am back on track. Actually, I'm going to go work on lines. That's really the focus right now. A good part of my life is I have to work on my lines. So hope you are all out working on your amazing projects, and please share them with me. I would love to see what you're working on. And until tomorrow, I'll talk to you later.